Hey, it's Coach Chris with Hoops King, and I'm going to show you how to incorporate and start powerlifting as a basketball player so you can become stronger, more explosive, quicker, jump higher, and just become a better all-around athlete on the court. If you like this video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any new videos, and turn the notifications on. If you have any questions, just leave them down in the comments. I'll be glad to get back to you. So to incorporate powerlifting, when you hear the word powerlifting, you usually think of a lot of big, burly, heavy-looking dudes with 700 pounds on a bar. Well, I'm going to show you how to start out using dumbbells. And that makes it really easy, and you don't have to have a big bar, you don't have to have a lot of space. You can start out, I'm just going to use these 15s today, and whatever dumbbells you have access to, those can help you get into powerlifting, because what powerlifting will do is it will build your entire body. It will help you jump higher, it will make you stronger going to the hoop. If you get hit on the way to the hoop, you're going to be stronger and be able to finish. So it's a great supplement to your normal workouts that you do, and if you aren't doing any workouts, at least a great workout to do to build overall body strength, build your legs, your core, your shoulders, all the muscles that you're going to use to when you shoot in basketball, when you shoot a basketball, when you jump a basketball, when you rebound, you can mimic a lot of those same movements. So here we go. So one of the first moves we'll talk about is the clean. Okay, and so when we get into the clean, it's just like this. We're going to be in this position, and it's very important to have your back as straight as possible. The weights are just dangling here, okay? And as I come up, I'm going to pull them up my legs. So you don't want to get them out here too far. You want to feel like you're just scraping them up your legs as you come up. So that's going to be the clean. We'll just come up like that, and we can do reps of these. And the way to learn to do these is to break them down into individual exercises so you start to get the feel of each movement and learn it, and then we'll put them together and combine them all into one exercise. Okay, so again, the clean, butt out, and then I can squeeze my glutes as I come up. So I'm really using my lower body. I'm literally doing nothing with my arms or upper body. They're just holding the weights with my hands. So when you go down, you want to get that stretch. As soon as you feel that stretch in your hamstrings, that's probably going to be about far enough. And then just rise up, squeeze your glutes, and you can give your back a little squeeze if you'd like. Okay, one of the next powerlifting movement, your basic weightlifting movements, is going to be a squat. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of hold the weights up here. And the reason I have them on my shoulders is because we move into the other movements, this is where the weights are going to be. All right, so you could do like a goblet squat. You'll see people do that, but that's not going to work for the next movement that we'll move into after we do these. So when we do squats for powerlifting with dumbbells, we're going to put them right up here on your shoulders. If you need to, you can let them rest slightly on your shoulders, but I would just try to hold them just right off of your shoulders a little bit. So I'll just go down and then up. So just your basic squat. And again, looking at it from this way, I'm keeping my knee over my ankle as much as possible. I don't want to do this. That's wrong. You're putting a lot of tension in your knees when you do that. So we don't want that. Think about sitting your butt backward on a chair. So I'm going to squat. I'm thinking about setting my butt back on a chair. And you can actually put a chair there. You could put a chair back here, a bench, and just touch your butt to that bench or chair, so that you are doing it correctly. Kind of reaching back and powering up. And as I do this, I feel that in my core area right here. Okay, so I'm not just working my legs, I'm working my core as well. So when I'm squatting, I'm just gonna kind of get into my feet into a position where they're comfortable and where I play basketball at in triple threat. So I'm gonna have my feet just outside of shoulder width, and I don't want them in too close. I want to keep them out here just where I feel comfortable, where I would squat if I was doing more weight. So as I go down, I have a good base, and then I can come up strong. Okay, so our next movement is going to be the pull. So the pull would basically be your upright row. So when we do an upright row, we bring the weights up here to about chest height. Okay, and notice how I bring them out of my body here, outside my body. I'm not keeping them in really tight here, because if we're doing powerlifting, we're going to have our elbows up and out. Our arms are going out because we're going to be using our whole body to lift this. So we're not in here again doing really tight, close upright rows. So the way this fits in to the next movement is the clean and pull. So we have to start down here on our clean. So I got the stretch in my hamstrings. My chin is down. We don't want our head cocked like this in a clean. So we're doing clean. We don't want our head up like that because that's stress on our neck. Just have your head right there, chin down, and then we'll go up and we'll catch it. So we're doing these upright rows or the pull. We're going to catch the weight. So we're going to bring them in like that. So out and in, out and in. Okay, looking at it from the side. Again, always notice how I keep the weights fairly close to my body. I don't ever get the weights outside my body. They're in here and I catch it. So again, really simple. You could do really light weights and just learn these movements. Okay, so now we progress to the clean and pull. So we're going to get down in clean position, okay, chin down, and then we're going to pull up the weights, and I like to add a little hop into that, okay? I'm not leaving the ground, but I am raising my heels on there. So watch as I do this, watch my feet, and see how my heels come up a little bit, okay? And this is called triple extension, okay? So the clean and pull is going to look like this. Take it back down. Again, the light weights are still enough to help you learn this movement. And as I do this, I really feel my core engaged. I really feel the work that my core is doing when I'm going up into this lift. So there's a lot of power in my legs. I feel that. As I come up, I feel it in my core, and then I catch. That is the clean and pull. Now we will add in another movement. We will go clean, pull, and squat. So again, we'll get down in our clean position, we'll pull, and then we just squat. Okay? We're working our way up to the big movement. And again, I'm keeping these weights outside my body as I pull them up. So it's out, in, and then squat. Now, all you got to do is click down below or up here, enter your name and email, and I will send you a workout chart to begin powerlifting as a basketball player. So now we're going to do the clean and press. All right, so we're going to get into the clean, we'll pull the weights up, and then we'll press. And you can pause there at the top as you come into the clean. And then press. Okay, as you get a little bit better at it, want to make it a little more explosive, we can go a little quicker. All right, now let's throw the squat into that. So now we're going to do all the movements. The clean, squat, press. We're down here in the clean, pull, squat, press. Now you can see how as I take these weights down, I put them back where they came from, kind of. I'm not just going up here and letting them flop all over the place. I'm in control of the weights as I bring them down. So as I finish pressing, I bring them here, I bring them here, and I bring them there. So it's kind of a 3-stage process of bringing them down under control. And that way you won't hurt your shoulder or your elbow with the weights getting out of control. And especially as you get up into heavier weights, that's even more important. You can add a little foot action. to the press, just like you're jumping in basketball. So here I am in basketball. I'm down here. I may be going for a rebound. I'm up. I have to jump again. Okay, it's almost like jumping twice in basketball. So that's a clean, squat, and press. Okay, now another movement that we can do on the finish, in addition to the press, is the jerk. So once we get to this position, and we can just start here. We're just going to work on the jerk right now. So our feet are here, and we're going to go here. All right, that's the jerk. And the more flexibility you have and the deeper lunge you can get into, the better. Okay, I'm not going to be able to get into that deep a lunge on this, so I'm going to do the best I can. So when we jerk, we try to get in the lunge, raise it over, and then step back. Under control. It's always under control. So this is the jerk. And again, I get a little knee flexion in there. I'm not doing this straight-legged. I'm bending my knees. I'm bent. I'm ready to go. And then I jerk. Okay, now you want to work both sides. So I naturally like leading with my right foot, but I'll work on leading with my left foot. Okay, and again, this is putting you into a basketball situation where you're going up for a left or right-handed layup, and now I'm going to be stronger. Taking the basketball above my head, being strong, developing that core strength so I can take that shot and get the and one. All right, so we'll jerk with the other leg leading. And that's your jerk. All right, now we're going to put our other movements together, and this is going to be the clean, squat, and jerk. So again, I'll get into the clean, I'll squat, and again, you can rise up here and hesitate as you learn to do this, and then jerk. Okay, let's look at that again. Okay, and now as you advance, you want to make this more explosive. So now when I come out of the squat, I'm going right into the jerk without any hesitation. Okay, and again, look how I take the weights down. So pay attention to how I have the weights under control on the way down. All right, and we can work both sides doing the jerk with our right foot or our left foot leading. All right, now we can do the jerk with just one side of our body as well. Okay, so we can work that left-handed layup. We can work that right-handed layup. All right, so I'm gonna go right-handed first. So this clean can be the same thing. I'm just doing one. Okay, and of course you could do all the movements with just the one. You can clean. There's your squat. There's your press. So we could just clean, squat, press. We can clean, squat, jerk. Let's see how that looks from the side again. I'll switch over to my left hand. We're going to keep the weights in tight to our body. Scrape it up. Under control of the weight, power it up. Okay, now powerlifting is a great workout, and if you're doing heavy enough weights, once you start to learn the movement, you should be breathing hard and sweating as you do this, because it's not easy. It's not go lay on the bench, pump out 10 reps, take a minute. This is a full body weightlifting exercise. It's kind of like doing burpees. Nobody likes to do burpees really, and this is kind of like doing burpees standing up with weights. One of my favorite exercises, and I think a great exercise for basketball players, are thrusters, okay? Thrusters are simply starting in a squat and overhead pressing, okay? So I'm down and up, down and up. Down and up. Now, the big thing is I'm not going to throw my shoulder out of socket by just jamming that up there really hard. I'm under control of it. So let's watch it from this side. I go down and up. I'm not throwing those weights to the ceiling and putting undue pressure on my shoulder. Everything's smooth and controlled. So you can do 10, 15 thrusters with even a small amount of weight. It's going to get you breathing hard. And again, it's just like rebounding and jumping in basketball. It's a full body movement, and you're developing that strength for that. So now if you don't have weights, we do have our pro bands, which are great for many exercises, including these powerlifting exercises I'm showing you. So let's take a look at some powerlifting moves with the pro bands. Let's take a look at thrusters with the pro bands. Still going to give me resistance. It's still going to build strength. Okay, so I'm going to pull it up in here. See how my elbows are in and I'm underneath the band, and we'll just push and thrust it up. Now I can get even wider on this, so my arms go out a little wider, which will be a little more comfortable. I just push it up. As I stand up, I push up on the band. Now you could come up and then press it, but to make it a more dynamic and explosive move, just make it all one movement. So I'm down and I'm up, down and up. Okay, and I can really feel that in my shoulders. My shoulders are getting stronger, my core is getting stronger, my legs are getting stronger. Full body movement with thrusters with the pro bands. All right, let's take a look at the clean and press. Now with the band, cleans, you're not going to get you much resistance out of the clean part of this, but you can still feel that stretch in there. So I'm going to be down here, the band's going to be a little loose, that's all right, but I'm getting down in good position, and then I'm going to come up, like I caught the dumbbells before. Now I'm catching the resistance band, and then I'll press. Okay, so clean and press. Still taking them down under control. So clean and press. I'm just not letting the bands fall down and jerk my shoulders. I'm keeping it under control. All right, so now let's look at clean squat press. Okay, so I'm going to clean, I'm going to squat, and then I'm going to press. Catch it, push it. Clean, squat, press. So one great thing about the pro bands is that they're even safer than the dumbbells versus your big bar and plate weights. So I can really learn to do these movements correctly by using the bands and then start incorporating the weights in addition. If I want to take this to another level, I'll just use the band for the squat portion of this. So I can put the band back over my shoulders, okay, and then I can grab the dumbbells and I can still do the movement. And that's going to add extra resistance to you, obviously, and the weights get easier the higher you go, but the bands get harder. It's called linear variable resistance training. It's like using a chain like you'll see on bench presses or squats. This resistance band does the same thing. It makes the movement harder, recruits more muscle fibers, and will help develop more fast twitch muscle fibers throughout my movements. So I can clean, squat, and press. Or I can just do thrusters with the band on there too and get that extra resistance. I would really recommend you get into doing these powerlifting moves. As I said, they're going to be very beneficial for your basketball or any sport that you play, but don't wait around until you have somebody who can teach you how to do everything. You have to learn some things on your own, and the way I'm showing you to do this, just start out with light weights or even no weights. Put a stick in your hand or whatever, a broom, and just learn to do the movements without any weight, but have something in your hand, so that way you're learning to do the movements safely without loading up a bar with a bunch of weight and try to do it that way. I haven't even done a real workout and I'm sweating and breathing hard, and that's what these powerlifting moves will do. They will really give you that next level workout. And I'll guarantee you, most players won't do this sort of workout. If they're even lifting weights, they won't do a powerlifting routine. And it's a great time saver. If you don't have a lot of time to lift weights, these powerlifting moves are full body, and will build your explosiveness and strength on the basketball court. In the next video, which will be down in the description below, you can click that one and see a real-time workout, how I put it together, that you can use and get that free sheet that I mentioned before. Enter your email after clicking the link, and I'll email it to you right away, so then you can start recording your progress and do your own powerlifting workout.